Luol Deng and the Chicago Bulls reunited on Wednesday, but who would it feel so good for? Deng greeting his former coaches as the Cavs hosted the Bulls in Cleveland. Bulls in transition. Mike Dunleavy missing. Anderson Varejao rebounding as he is wont to do as of late. Full court pass to Luol Deng in transition for the lay-in. Luol, though, just 2 of 11 from the floor, finished with 11 points in the ball game. Now Varejao getting the steal, fakes the behind-the-back pass, and look at the big fella, acting like a point guard, finishing with the slam on the other end. Meanwhile, Taj Gibson starting in the place of Carlos Boozer out with a left calf injury, and Taj filling the void quite nicely. Earl Clark on the drive. Look at the throwdown from Clark. That one on Nazr Muhammad, plus the foul. 32-25, though, Bulls at that point. Varejao, another rebound here, and he gets it out to Kyrie Irving, who went bonkers in the second quarter from three-point land. There's another one. Then Luol Deng driving and kicking to Kyrie. He was 5 of 7 from beyond the arc in the ballgame, 18 first-half points. Jimmy Butler missing. Joakim Noah with the follow slam. Noah had 18 rebounds, a career-high 14 straight games with 10 or more boards for Joakim. Cavs by 1 at the half, though. More from Taj Gibson knocking down the jumper. And another one right there, 11 of 15 from the floor, tied a career high with 26 points. Fourth quarter now, Tristan Thompson to Kyrie. Foul line jumper is good. He had a team high 26. Cavs down by 3 with 6 minutes to go. How about DJ Augustine? Speaking of guys filling in for regular Bulls starters, Kirk Heinrich out with a hamstring injury. DJ Augustine goes off for 27 and 7 assists. Tom Thibodeau's theory, next man up. Mike Dunleavy adding some scoring punch. He had 22, and the Bulls spoil the reunion for Luol Deng as Chicago wins 98-87. The Bulls are 7-2 since trading away Luol Deng, and they're over 500 for the first time since November 22nd. The Clippers trying to avoid their first back-to-back losses since December 25th and 26th, and Joakim Noah and the Bulls trying to get a home win as Noah trying to go for a career-high 15 straight double-digit rebounding games. Carlos Boozer back in action for the Bulls after sitting out the last game with a calf injury. He had 16 of his 22 in the opening frame. Off the miss, Blake Griffin kicks it out to J.J. Redick. He had 3 of the Clippers' 7 first quarter threes in 8 attempts. That's a franchise record. And then J.J. wasn't done. He was 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. The Clippers were just 6 of 26 against the Bobcats on Wednesday from beyond the arc. But Jamal Crawford makes it 10 for 11 from downtown for Los Angeles in the first half. DeAndre Jordan, now that's more what we're accustomed to seeing the Clippers do. The big lob from Blake Griffin, a 21-point lead. Then DeAndre Jordan putting back the Matt Barnes miss. The Bulls came in second in the league in team defense, but they gave up 68 first-half points to the Clippers. Blake Griffin bullies his way past Joakim Noah for the tough lay-in. Griffin has averaged nearly 27 a game in his last 7 as he continues to lead without Chris Paul. Good feed from J.J. Redick. Left-handed lay-in is good for Blake Griffin right there. It's a 17-point Clippers lead. DJ Augustine, 27 points on Wednesday in a starting role. Just 7 in this one, but he does cut the lead to single digits with a three-pointer. Darren Collison in transition. Tough finish around Mike Dunleavy. Collison had 17 points, 6 Clippers in double figures. Jamal Crawford on the drive, leaving it up top for DeAndre Jordan, who had 10 points and 12 rebounds. Speaking of double-doubles, Blake Griffin. As Jamal Crawford misses, gets his own rebound, misses again. Griffin, look at him, tapping it to himself. 26 points and 13 rebounds. His 27th double-double of the season. The Bulls' 3-game winning streak is snapped as the Clippers get their 11th win on their last 13 trips to the United Center.
The Chicago Bulls have won 9 of their last 10 against the Charlotte Bobcats, and with a win tonight, the Bulls would improve to above 500. DJ Augustine facing off against his old team, the Charlotte Bobcats, and there's the man that anchors the middle for Charlotte, Al Jefferson, and he would have a nice first quarter. Here he is working on Taj Gibson. Little spin and push shot goes down. Later, it's Jefferson with the catch and shoot jumper. He had 12 points in the first quarter alone. Charlotte up 24-22 at that point. Into the second quarter we go, and this is Gerald Henderson spinning and going baseline strong, throwing that one down. The only other starter besides Jefferson to go into double figures in this game, Henderson had 11 points. Charlotte up after that jam, 29-27. More second quarter action. This is Mike James over to Taj Gibson, who gets a measure of revenge. With that jam, he had 13 points on the game. Still second quarter. DJ Augustine outside, nailing the triple. He was 6 of 12 from distance in the game. Ramon Sessions missing the floater. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist just hanging around, goes inside straight up among the bigs and throws that one down. He had 6 points in the game. We were tied at the half at 39. In the third quarter, Chicago starts to open it up a bit. Joakim Noah finds Carlos Boozer underneath for the lay-in there. Noah had 8 assists in the game. That's after a jam from Noah. He had 11 points and 10 rebounds in the game. Al Jefferson, elbow extended jumper. That goes down. Jefferson, 15 of 26 from the field. Then it's DJ Augustine flat taken over in the fourth quarter. Here he is outside, knocking down a triple. Chicago up at that point, 67-57. It's an 8-point game later. Backdoor cutting is Augustine. He had 15 points in the fourth quarter alone against his old team. Here he is, knocking down another three. That made it 72-61. How about one more from Augustine? Cures that one. He had 28 points in the game as Chicago goes into Charlotte and gets the W. Two teams hovering around the 500 mark, meeting up in Chicago. The Wolves a game under 500. The Bulls a game over 500. Taj Gibson starting in place of Joakim Noah, who's out with an illness. Kevin Love, well, he's starting in the All-Star game. Let's get you started here with a bad pass by DJ Augustine. And look at Kevin Love trucking up the court. He's fit. He's in shape. He gets the lay in there. He was 8 of 17 from the field. Minnesota up 10-4. Later, Corey Brewer recovers the loose ball and passes to Kevin Love, who dribbles down the lane and dishes to Ronnie Turiaf there for the lay-in, part of a 12-2 Wolves run. DJ Augustine, beautiful series of fakes there to get to the basket for the lay-in. He was 6 of 15 from the field. Second quarter now, Kevin Love, again cutting to the basket for the lay-in. Strong move there. He had 31 points and 8 rebounds. Minnesota up 27-20. Then it's J.J. Barea finding Chase Budinger outside, and he pours in a three there. He had a dozen on the night. And Minnesota up by 11, 35-24. Alexei Shved with the alley-oop to Ronnie Turiaf and the foul. Turiaf a season high, 14 points at the break. Minnesota led it by 7 at 53-46. Second half now, Carlos Boozer dribbling down the lane for the layup. He had 20 points on the night. Minnesota up 60-53. Later third, Boozer to Mike Dunleavy Jr. under the basket for the lay-in. He had double figures, 10 points on the game. Minnesota up 64-57 though. Brewer dribbles down the court, and it's Chase Budinger. Strong there, 72-65. Fourth quarter now. Kevin Martin dribbles and hits a little fadeaway jump shot. That's a tough shot right there. 8 points on the game for Martin, and Minnesota up by 10 and in control. Carlos Boozer missing, but look who's there. Taj Gibson with the rebound and the putback. He had a double-double too. 10 points, 10 rebounds. DJ Augustine knocking down a three. He had 19 on the game. Minnesota's lead at 5. Less than 2 to go. Inside, there he is, the strong man. Kevin Love puts his team up by 7. They go on to win it by 9. Your final score, 95-86. The San Antonio Spurs are mired in a rare 2-game losing streak. They're taking on the Chicago Bulls, and there's a teaser for you, Bulls fans. Derrick Rose warming up, obviously not playing. Off the pick and roll in the first, Tony Parker to Tim Duncan for the jumper. Duncan, 17 points and 12 rebounds. San Antonio up by a single early. Later, DJ Augustine steals the Marco Bellinelli pass on the other end. Jimmy Butler gets the rebound throwdown. He had 19 points on the game. Chicago up 13-10. Later first, DJ Augustine missing the jumper. Joakim Noah misses the putback, but there is Carlos Boozer putting that one home. He was 6 of 12 from the field as we take you into the second quarter. In that second quarter, Patty Mills with the mid-range jumper. Always exciting. 12 points off the bench for Mills. That ties it at 23. Later, Tony Parker drives and hits the step-back jumper. He had 20 points in the game, and San Antonio up 29-24 at home. Boozer now picks up the loose ball, passes to DJ Augustine, who goes all the way in for the layup. He had 15 points in the game. We're tied at 36. Later, second quarter, Joakim Noah finds a cutting Mike Dunleavy Jr. for the layup. He had 10 points in the game. At the break, Chicago led it by 4, 40-36. Second half now, Tony Parker to Marco Bellinelli, outside splashing home a three. He had 11 points on the game. Later, Joakim Noah misses and is called for a technical foul coming up the floor here. Now, Tony Parker goes to the line. This is an interesting situation as Tom Thibodeau looks on. Tony Parker goes to the line, misses badly on the free throw. I mean, really badly. And the referee would say that he accidentally distracted Parker. He let him shoot it again. Now, DJ Augustine to Joakim Noah. Turnaround jumper. That goes down. Noah, a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Later, Noah passing to Jimmy Butler for the layup and the foul. Chicago up 63-55 after the made free throw. Mike Dunleavy Jr. to Taj Gibson in the post, and Gibson hits the jump shot. Chicago's opened up a 13-point lead in San Antonio, and finally, Kirk Heinrich driving and hitting the floater. The Bulls go down to San Antonio and get the win by 10. Your final score, 96-86.